I'm sorry, please excuse my tears because what I just saw was so beautiful, I'm physically crying. I'll let you know when spoilers are coming, but you're in the clear for right now. Saw X is without a doubt my favorite movie of this year thus far, and I truly don't think anything is going to beat it, and nothing has even come close, quite frankly. Holy fucking shit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts because I'm literally sitting in my car after just seeing it, and I'm in awe. I'm shook. First things first, this movie is John Kramer at his fucking peak. This is John Kramer's opus. Let's start out with talking about the traps in this movie, okay? Because I feel like, personally, this was the most tense I've ever felt watching a Saw movie. The trap scenes in this movie are so stretched out. Like, the timer's set for 3 minutes. You're watching 3 minutes of a fucking trap. Like, you are in it with them from start to finish, and you are on the edge of your seat the whole entire time. There's been a couple Saw traps in the whole franchise here and there that have made me physically cringe, but I feel like every single one in this movie made me cringe and almost want to hide. And again, I feel like it's because like there's so much build up and it's just so tense and you're in it with them from start to finish for so freaking long. It's just so chaotic in the best way possible. I feel like the traps in this movie were also like incredibly creative, which I know they have been in the past, but this was just on another fucking level. The Saw music makes me go absolutely fucking feral, and the use of it in this movie, top notch. Especially the end scene, I literally had goosebumps the whole entire time. Okay, now for the spoilers because I can't keep this in. I physically cried several times watching this movie, and the first time was the Amanda reveal. I just got goosebumps again. I'm gonna start crying. Like, I knew she was in it. We all knew she was in it, but the way that she was fucking revealed, so heartwarming. Another time I cried was that really heartfelt exchange between her and John. I really love this movie so much because there's a lot of people who wound up in Saw traps that we can be like, wow, did these people really deserve it? But the people in this movie all fucking deserved it. And that just made me truly be able to deeply root for John and Amanda. So like, obviously we know that John and Amanda both end up dying, but we know that they don't die in this movie. Knowing that they weren't going to die, I was like, how the fuck are they going to get out of this? How are they ever going to make it? I know they do, but I can't imagine how. And that fucking twist and just the fact that John Kramer is just always 10 steps ahead of everybody was so fucking satisfying. I really wanted that terrible bitchy lady to die though, and I think that's like my one gripe about this movie, but even that, it's just a minuscule detail. This movie was just overall so beautiful. Like, I think it really showed John's character and his morals and the fact that he's not always a bad person, kind of is, not really. It like makes you have one of those moral dilemmas because it's like, yes, he's a villain, but like, I'm rooting for him. Like the way he was with the kid and everything, telling him to don't pull, that was another scene I cried at. And the final scene I cried at, it actually really wasn't a cry, it was more of a feral scream in the theater. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about because it was the after credit scene where they revealed Detective Mark Hoffman. I almost vomited. This is genuinely one of those movies that makes me so truly grateful and happy to be a horror fan and to be a Saw fan in general. But this to me is like the epitome of the genre. Like I fucking loved this movie so much. This just easily went into my top 3 of the whole franchise. It honestly might be my favorite one. This was a 10 out of 10 for me with no question.